John Henry, great businessman, John. Thank you very much. Great businessman.
Yes, Gunners. North London is home now.
Oh, shut up, you cunt!
Get harder! Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean in the chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a room, no room for intruder.
Yo! Big up, everyone. Hope everyone's doing very well this evening. We're back with a transfer news show. A bit more interesting stuff to talk about today. Before we start, big up Craig, becoming a member. Big up my friend. Big up my man. Much love to you, my friend. So we're going to talk about, obviously, we're going to talk about the Wirtz, the Florian Wirtz stuff first, because I personally don't see it happening. I don't think it's something that's going to happen. But we're going to talk about it. Before we start talking about it, though, guys, don't forget there's already 100 people in here. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff, guys. Make sure the likes are getting up straight away. We're getting close to them 100 likes as soon as we can. So if you're here and you're in the chat and you're watching, just hit the like button. Simple thing to do, man. Simple thing to do. If you're watching it on your TV and there's no like button, go on your phone, hit the like button. Jane, would you mind not using that footage of mine? Sorry, pimp. Sorry, man. But yeah, so let's chat about. So obviously, yesterday we did a big up promo in the chat as well. Yesterday we did a show. Most meant to be covering Jeremie Frimpong, and you know, it went breaking news about the Florian Wirtz stuff and all that. We tried to decode everything and read all the comments, read all the messages and that. And it just like, we sort of came to a realization that, yeah, Liverpool maybe have chatted to him or his dad or somebody around the Wirtz's camp. Now, obviously, this has gone on all night now. And obviously, when we're live, we've got the David Ornstein bomber. You know, Liverpool are looking at him. There is interest there. And then all through the night and all through the day today, if I can get my words out, there's been more and more. Oh, my microphone, stay still. There's been more and more links. Let's check them out right now, shall we? Let's check out these links. So we'll go read a few of these tweets. But I hope everyone's doing well. You've had a good day. Everyone's had a blessed day. I hope everyone's doing well. Bayern long believed they were in pole position, but then Wirtz's flight to England, including appointments in Manchester and Liverpool. So Bayern always believed they were in pole position, but then apparently Wirtz, he flew to England. It's a bit, what is it about at the moment? I think with Manchester City, the rumours with Manchester City have already done a lot of work on him. You know, they've done a lot of work on him already. I think they've been more in contact with him. Apart from Bayern Munich, I think Man City have done the most grand work. But, you know, there is rumours that someone from his camp has had a chat with people at Liverpool. I'm not sure. We can't really verify it. We can't see if it's true or not at the moment. Florian Wirtz wants to leave Bayer Leverkusen. He will be playing his farewell match in May this weekend. Wirtz and his parents are pushing for a move. Bayern are confident. City have expressed strong interest, and now Liverpool are suddenly in the race. So this comes from Sportblind, and that's basically the same articles that we read from yesterday, because a lot of these sources yesterday came over from Germany. You know, it all broke from Germany yesterday, especially with Christian Volk, who's the head writer for Sportblind over there in Germany. That's where most of this has come from. And then the English press started picking it up. Let me have a look elsewhere. Chris Bascom has said Liverpool also hold an interest in Leverkusen midfielder Florian Wirtz and will be expected to be in the race if he decides to move to the Premier League. Bayern Munich are also determined to land a Germany international. I think I read something else as well. David Ornstein said Liverpool are involved in multiple conversations about potential acquisitions this summer transfer window. Liverpool have joined the race with Man City to sign Wirtz. That's from Lewis Steele. So there's a lot of conversations being made right now. There's a lot of conversations being made right now. Now, do I actually see Liverpool buying Wirtz? No, not at the moment. Do I like Wirtz? Yes. You know, do I see Liverpool in for him? At this moment in time, I think Liverpool look like the third wheel, if I'm being brutally honest here. I think Manchester City have had a long interest in Wirtz, and that's been very publicised about their long interest in him. They need someone to come in and take over Kevin De Bruyne. So there's been a long interest there. Big up, my man Michael. There's also interest in his Leverkusen teammate Florian Wirtz, whom Liverpool have tracked for a number of years, and he should show an indication to move to the Premier League this summer. Then the champions will make a strong pitch. Wow. This is from Paul Joyce. So this article is from Paul Joyce, and it's Paul Joyce has wrote in his Times column today. It's there free for everyone to go and have a look at. And there's quotes that have been taken out of it, and this is one of them that I just read out. There's interest in Leverkusen teammate Florian Wirtz. Obviously, he was talking about Frimpong earlier in this article, whom Liverpool have tracked for a number of years. I mean, he's 21. How many years have been tracking him? And he should show all indication to move to the Premier League this summer. Then the champions will make a strong pitch. Yeah, big up, Michael. I just read them out. Big up, man. So making a strong pitch. At this moment in time, Liverpool could make a strong pitch for him. I just feel like we are the third wheel at the moment. I think Bayern will probably still be favourites just because same league, you know, Bayern Munich usually buy the best German players on the market, usually eventually go to Bayern Munich. So you'd see that as a favourite place for him maybe to go. It makes a lot of sense. I believe Manchester City have spoke to him maybe far longer than we probably have. And they are trying to look for someone to replace Kevin De Bruyne to play just behind Haaland and Mamouche in that forward line. Yeah. And then Liverpool probably have had talks and chats. I'm not going to sit here and say Liverpool are not interested. You know, of course Liverpool are interested in Wirtz. Liverpool have been looking at Wirtz. Liverpool have been talking to Wirtz, you know. And if Liverpool want him, then go and try and attempt to buy him. But this is the thing about the transfer season. This is one thing. I think we all get sometimes a little carried away with transfer rumours. I mean, it's my job to bring you transfer rumours. This is what I do. But, you know, I try and break it down the best I can with transfer rumours. And I think with these rumours right now, what we're looking at is we are having a look at him. It's like window shopping, you know. It's like window shopping. You're having a look. There's someone there and you're having a chat. Now, do I believe Liverpool have spoken to Wirtz or someone in Wirtz's camp? Yes, I do. I believe them. I do believe we've had conversations. I do. Does that mean we're going to just go out and buy him? No, it don't. You've got to have conversations because what I think the club are trying to do, and this is where we've gone wrong in the past, Simon, and this is where we've gone wrong in the past, is that we just go for players sometimes without having conversations with the player to make sure he wants to join the football club. So you got to have these conversations. I'm glad we're having these conversations. It's a good sign that we're having these conversations, and they're looking at that calibre of player. Now, if Liverpool don't buy Wirtz, yeah, what we're going to get is, oh, FSG are cheap. FSG won't buy. No, I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm saying is there's not been 1 point so far in anything a German journalist or an English British journalist, a Liverpool journalist, whatever, has put down or been quoted at saying that we're definitely going to try and buy him. You know, there's been no interest. The only interest at the moment is that we've spoken to him. That's all we've done. All we've done is spoken. You know, we've had a conversation, and that's a good thing because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to have these conversations. I reckon. I don't know about you guys. I reckon Liverpool are talking to a lot of players to work out who they should go for in the summer. I think what they're trying to do is like, we need a right back, a left back. We're looking at a midfielder. We're looking at a striker. I wouldn't be surprised later in the summer when transfer season really hots up that you'll see Liverpool have been speaking to so-and-so. Liverpool have been speaking to so-and-so. Liverpool have been speaking to that guy, been speaking to that guy. And that's going to be the transfer rumours. Everyone's going to go with it. Oh, we're buying him. Where I think Liverpool are talking to players, and if they want to go for that player, they have the reassurance from their player and their team and their representation that he will come to Liverpool. So at the moment, they've spoken to Wirtz, but there's no deal there. There's nowhere where David Ornstein, Paul Joyce, anyone like that has said, yeah, Liverpool would definitely go approach him and buy him. You know what I'm saying? They definitely go approach him and buy him. Now, let's look at the Wirtz deal. A Wirtz is what? 130 million quid probably to get him out of Leverkusen. It's a lot of money. I'm not saying Liverpool shouldn't spend that money. Of course, we should spend that money if we want to buy that kind of player. But let's have a look at it. Liverpool need a striker. Now, I've seen some people say about Wirtz maybe playing as the false nine, and it's not a striker we're after. We're after Wirtz to actually play the false nine role because Wirtz does score a lot of goals, yeah? He scores a lot of goals. So maybe they're thinking he can play that false nine role. You have Salah there. You have Diaz and Gakpo on the other side. You got Jeremie Frimpong coming in, which looks like it's almost done, which we'll talk about in a minute. And they probably think, all right, Wirtz is not buying a striker and going with Wirtz as that false nine role. Maybe that's the way of looking at it. Maybe. I'm looking at it as another way as well. And I believe this is what I look at, right? So if Wirtz is worth 120 million, we're not buying a striker, in my opinion. Say Liverpool do the unimaginable, the thing that no one thinks we're going to do, and we actually go, you know what? We're going to make the first bid. I know Bayern Munich are favourites. Man City have probably got more groundwork. But here we go. We've spoken to him. We've got to say so. He's told us, yeah, I'd love to come to you. We've made a bid. We make an opening bid. We go, right, fuck you all. Opening offer. We want Wirtz. And we buy Wirtz. Say this, there's a world that Liverpool buy Wirtz for over 100 million quid. I don't see us then going and buying a striker. I don't see us going and buying a striker, and that's what we need right now. Because the strikers out there that we'd need are going to cost 80, 90, 100 million alone. We need a left back as well. And our eyes apparently on Kurgez, who's like 40, 45, 50 million. It's a lot of money. I'm not saying Liverpool shouldn't spend that money, by the way. Liverpool should spend that kind of money every once in a while. You know, give us a treat every once in a while, you know. Been saving up for a PS5 for 3 years. We finally get that PS5. Do you know what I mean? You know, every once in a while, spending that amount of cash is cool. I just don't. I look at it a little bit different. What about this? Is Ryan Cherki and Wirtz, is there that much difference between the two of them as an attacking midfielder and number 10? What if Liverpool decide, you know what, we're talking to Wirtz. He's one of the players we liked. But Ryan Cherki's 25 million quid. and then we can still buy our striker as well. Now, a lot of people will call Liverpool cheap, went for the cheap option. Maybe. But maybe Liverpool might look at it. Maybe Liverpool might look at it and think, you know, what Ryan Shirky could give us. What Ryan Shirky could give us is just as good as what Wirtz can give us. But one player is 25 million, around the same age, and the other player is 125, 130 million. But we still need a striker. So, like, I wouldn't, like, if we got either one of them, I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, they're bad transfers, either of them. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer Shirky maybe as a footballer to Wirtz. I think Wirtz is more of a goal scoring, maybe a bit more of a better goal scoring number 10, can play maybe, you know, in that false 9 role. So could be maybe a little bit better in front of goal than Shirky maybe. But Shirky might be technically a better footballer, you know, that can hold up the play a little bit better, bring the wide players into play. So it's, again, and Isak's there as well. Now, there's still this stuff about Alexander Isak. There could be a world where Liverpool could buy Alexander Isak and Shirky for roughly the same money, 150 million euros, as Wirtz. And Liverpool might look at it and go, you know what? Yeah, we've spoken to him, but we could do this deal. And this deal could make us even stronger than just buying Wirtz. And again, I'm not looking for cheap ways out. You know, I'm not looking for cheap ways out here. I would love Liverpool to go and buy Wirtz, you know, and then go and buy an £80 million striker and a £50 million left back, and then go and get Jeremie Frimpong as well. Sets us up beautifully. It does. I just don't know if that's going to be the case. You know, I think Liverpool still are a sell to buy club. They still go, you know, if they spend that kind of money, they go look to sell to make at least 60% of that money back. It's just the way we roll. It's what we have to deal with. But sometimes it does work. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend we got very bad players doing this the way we do it. You know, we got good footballers. You know, Liverpool are very good at finding market opportunities. I know no one likes to talk about that. They like the big signings, the big PR signings and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't either. Of course I do. But Liverpool like that marketable opportunity signing. They found a release clause in McAllister's contract that, by the sounds of it, Brighton didn't even realise he had. And we got him for 35 million quid. And now you look at McAllister, he's one of the best midfielders in the league. He's a World Cup winner. He's a Premier League winner now. He's a winner. He's a proper baller. You know, got Gravenberch at just under 40 million quid, I believe. Got Dominic Szoboszlai for 60. You know, Liverpool look at market opportunities and they buy good footballers for market opportunities. Now, if Florian Wirtz is up for sale, and it looks like he's leaving Bayer Leverkusen, unless there's another reason. The only reason he stays at Bayer Leverkusen for me is if that he wants to go to Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich can't afford him this season. And then they wait till next year when he's only got 1 year left on his deal. That's why Bayer Leverkusen, if they're going to sell Wirtz, they'd love to do it this season, because that's this summer is when they can get the most money for him. Next summer, he's only got 1 year left on his contract. The transfer fee will come down by at least by about 30% than it would be this summer. So I could see a world where if Wirtz really, really wants to go to Bayern Munich, if he's got his heart set on Bayern Munich, he might stay at Bayer Leverkusen for one more year. He might stay for one more year and then go to Bayern Munich the following year. Because I do believe, reading a lot of the stuff about Bayern Munich, they don't feel like they've got the 150 million euros to spend on Wirtz this summer without selling some players, sorting wages out, lowering costs, and that sort of thing. So I could see it falling there. And as Fazor says there, his dad could be an issue. Obviously, his dad's basically his agent by the sounds of it. He's the one trying to see. I think his dad, see, this is where I think it's going. By what I've read, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, what I've read so far is that his dad, by the sounds of it, wants him to go to the Premier League. But Wirtz might want to stay in Germany because the Premier League's where the money's at. You know, his dad's thinking about the you know, how much money he can make from this, obviously. And he's probably wanting his son. Oh, his dad wants him to go to Bayern. Is it the other way around then? Is it his dad wants him at Bayern, but he wants the Premier League? So it might be a bit of a split there. So this is a problem when you have family members as agents. If you're a footballer out there, guys, don't have family members as agents, man. It's not it's not the best. Jamie, the problem is that Wirtz will get better wages at City, of course. Yeah, get one. I mean, I think Wirtz is on. I believe I looked at Capology, and I think his wages in pound is £72,000 a week if you work it out in Great British pound. In euros, I think it's like 93 grand a week. So if Liverpool will go get him, Liverpool would have to offer him like 200 grand a week from the bag from the start. Man City might offer him a little bit more than that, like 250. I don't think it'd be like, because he's only 21 as well, isn't he? So I don't think they would go as high as the 300 mark. But I think you're looking around 250. 250 maybe. Man City will offer 350 grand a week. 350 grand a week. See, this is my issue, yeah. No, Mamouchi's on 295. Mamouchi's on £295,000 a week, just under 300. Bayern offer €25 a year, which is what, 400 grand a week. See, this is the thing. This is where football's mad for me. This is where I lose my bit of passion for football at times. Is where you see a 21-year-old footballer who's a good footballer, yeah. He's not a world-class player for me, but he's a very good footballer, right? Has world-class potential. And he's on £72,000 a week at the moment, or €92,000 a week at the moment. And his next transfer, wherever he goes when he leaves Bayer Leverkusen, he's looking at around 350 to 400 grand a week. That jump is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous, stupid jump. And this is for me where I'm starting to. This is the part of football that I hate. It's just, it's saturating the market, and it's madness to me. It's just, it's madness to me. Absolute madness. I think 250 grand, 250,000 pound a week for a 21, 22-year-old footballer who's not world class at the moment is a very, very good wage. Is a very, very good wage. And then you've got time, like in 4 years later, 2 or 3 years later, when he's getting to that age around 24, 25, when his potential is going to hit even bigger and becomes even better player, and you hope world-class then you go from the jump of around 200, 250 to your 350s and your 400 grands a week in line being a world-class footballer. That's how I look at it. But because he's a good player, because Wirtz is a good footballer, he'll probably get what he wants, and good luck to him. It might not even be the money. You know, Wirtz might be happy. He might just want to go somewhere to play at a higher level. You know, it's just, Big up Sleepy Forest. How you doing, man? What's with the title? What do you mean? Florian Wirtz, I don't believe we are in for him. That's what I put. The reason I don't believe we're in for him right now, because I think we got to fill gaps elsewhere. You know, we need a striker. We need a proper good striker. We need a good left back. We're looking like we're getting a new right back, or wherever he's going to play. I just don't know if we're going to spend all that money on Wirtz and get everyone else we need at the same time. I'd love to be wrong, man. I'd love this to be beautiful. We just spend, and we have this 1 year where we just smash everything out of the ground, you know, and just buy every single player. That's what I'd love. I just don't know if we will right now. But yeah, big up the chat, man. I think I've got a super as well. Let me read out the super from Jack. If Rodrygo is for sale, get him and Shirky for the same price, and Diaz as backup striker buying a starting number 9. And this is what I was going to say. This brings me on to the Rodrygo speculation. So Rodrygo is apparently, he doesn't. So according to reports, and again, we can only go from reports, yeah. I'll pick up Sleepy Forest. We can only go from reports, what we read. And what we've read so far, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if there's truth in it or what. But by the sounds of it, Rodrygo says he doesn't want to play for Madrid anymore. Apparently he said he didn't want to play in El Clasico or something like that. He's saying he don't want to play. He wants to leave Real Madrid. Now, out of all, I do believe out of the Real Madrid wingers, Rodrygo is the most gettable for me. I've seen some valuations of Rodrygo from like £85 million to £105 million. I don't know. But this is the thing. Again, with the Wirtz situation. Doing your due diligence, talking to players. You know, I like it. I like the fact we're talking to Wirtz because it means we're eyeing up good talent, which I like. You don't always go and buy that talent, but you've got to chat to these players to know where you stand. Now, the Rodrygo thing could be an opportunistic signing, which Liverpool like to do. And it's a great shout because Diaz is a backup striker. Rodrygo, you could offer Rodrygo the left-hand side. Apparently, that's where Rodrygo likes to play. You know, he's played for a few years now as a right winger. Apparently, he doesn't enjoy it that much. He likes to play. Rodrygo debunked it. And see, this is what I'm saying, Scraps. And this is what I always say. We can't always believe everything we read. Do you know what I mean? We can't believe everything we read all the time. And that's why I keep saying about this Wirtz deal. If Liverpool don't sign Wirtz, no one should be getting upset and angry because there's been nowhere by any journalist saying we are buying Wirtz. We're just looking at him and intrigued, you know, having a chat with him. So that's why I'm not getting too much into this Wirtz stuff at this moment in time. But with Rodrygo, you play Rodrygo left wing. You look for him maybe. You play him left wing. You play Diaz as your second striker. You still go and buy a striker. And then you got Frimpong, who looks like he's coming. And you're playing him on the right-hand side. Could be again something Liverpool are looking at. So Liverpool could be having their hands in a lot of pies right now and just chatting to people, seeing where they land. Yeah, you know, just chatting to it, seeing where they land. And Wormo and Shirky for 80 million could be done. Makes us stronger. This is what I'm saying. You've got to talk to players. You've got to know. So when you go house hunting, yeah, if you're going house hunting, right, and you don't just look at one house and buy it straight away. You usually look at numerous houses. You go and have a look around. You might be like 10 houses you like to look off in different areas, yeah. One, I don't know, one in the south, one in the Midlands, one in the north. You know, you might look around. You might go, I want to stay down south, but I want a new house. We need this, we need this, we need this. Let's go and have a look. You might look at 10, 12, 15 houses, 5 houses. One house might have everything you want, like 4 bedrooms, 4 double bedrooms, like 3 bathrooms, big garden, stuff like that. But then you might go, yeah, that's cool. That's everything we've always wanted. Then you go to another house. You go to another house for another visit. And this house hasn't got as many bedrooms. It's got 3 double bedrooms. But it's got the most beautiful garden you've ever seen, you know, with its own swimming pool. And, you know, the woods are just behind it. So you can walk into the woods and forest, you know, and, you know, it's in the country. It's quiet, you know, or you got one by the coast. And it changes your mind. And you go, do you know, this house, it's not got everything we want, but there's something about it. It's perfect for us. It actually makes more sense than getting the thing we actually wanted. And I think that's what you do with transfers. I think that's what you do with transfers. You go around, you talk to players, you talk to people, you see where you land. And then you can go back to your office and go, right, we've spoken to this person, this person, this person, this person. They've all gave their yes. They want to come to us. Let's work out what we got. Let's see what we can do here. No, what's the opportunity? What can we have? So, yeah. Shirky would be the one for me, man. Shirky would be one for me. Bayern long believed they were in pole positions, but then came Wirtz's flight to England, including appointments in Manchester and Liverpool. Be up, Mike. He said Jeremie spoke to Frimpong 6 months ago when he was at Leverkusen, came to train at AXA during the time we played them in Champions League. Yeah, I heard about that as well. So it's what I'm saying. You do your due diligence, man. This is what we were just saying, Tone. Big up, man. This is what we were just saying. Are we looking at Wirtz to be our sort of like false number 9? Because I can't see us, if we did go in the market for Wirtz, then buying a striker as well. You know, I'm not quite sure on that one, to be fair. Oh, my word. Okay, let's chat about this. Big up Ant, who just sent me this by DM. And I think some of you guys have just been putting this in a live chat. I think I saw it in the corner of my eye. Liverpool have entered the race to sign Chelsea striker Christopher Nkunku. Nah. Guys, what we saying? Apparently, this is from Get French Football News. This is coming from a French publication at the moment. Liverpool have entered the race to sign striker Christopher Nkunku. What we got to remember is that Michael Edwards wanted Nkunku before years back. He wanted Nkunku. Apparently, the scouting department, when we bought Darwin Núñez, they didn't want Darwin Núñez. The scouting department didn't want Darwin Núñez. It was just a Klopp signing. The scouting department wanted Christopher Nkunku. So I don't know if that's why that rumour's out right now, because they know we were looking at him from years back. But I'll tell you what, look, he's a decent footballer, right? He's a decent footballer, and I think we would probably been quite happy if we bought him before he went to Chelsea. But the fact he's gone to Chelsea and his injuries have completely fucked him, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'd rather go and get someone else than him, in all honesty. He should go to Saudi. He's too injury prone. I would have liked him. Could we get Rodrygo to play and play Salah as the false 9? This is what I'm saying. There's loads of interesting ways we could go about this. Jonathan David's a free transfer. What I'm hearing from what I've heard reports of is that Liverpool just want an out-and-out striker. Apparently, that's the rumours. That's the reports right now. Liverpool want an out-and-out full striker I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure how this is going. And obviously, the thing with Salah, here's the thing I would say of Mo Salah. I think Mo Salah would be better if he has a fullback like Conor Bradley who overlaps in and bombs on, because that means Salah can then ghost into central positions easier. If Salah's playing up top as the 9, I think he might get crowded out by bigger centre-backs. But Salah, from being a right winger, if you've got Conor Bradley going that way all the time, that lets Mo Salah go more central and ghosting in the positions. It's not like when Trent was playing right back and he was inverted and he was always ending up in midfield, and everyone went, well, why don't we just play Trent in midfield? It's like, it's different, because if you start Trent in midfield, it's completely different from ghosting into midfield where no one's picking him up because he's finding the space. And I think that's with Salah. I think it'd be better to keep Salah where he is and just get that right back that can go keep bombing on and letting Salah go through the middle. But it's a definitely, as Tone says though, let's big up my man Tony, throwing out different possibilities, and it's a good point. You know, I don't know what we're going to do this summer. I'm still confused by it. All the strikers we're linked with, I don't completely rate that much. And I've always said it, Mo Salah is like our striker because he's the one who bags all the goals. He's our, what is he, our third top goal scorer of all time now? You know, he's like our striker anyway. So it's difficult. It's difficult. I'm just wondering how we do it. You got Osherman now. Yeah, everything's good. That was last night? Yeah, last night. Yeah. Everything's good now, though, man. Yeah, everything's good. Florian Pettenberger's reports that Frankfurt have increased Ekitike's transfer fee from 80 to 100 million euros. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. This is why the Nkunku stuff's come up. Guys, this is why the Nkunku stuff has come up. Because, again, here's another one. Say Liverpool do want Ekitike. That's who Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, and Arne Slot have gone around and gone, you know what? I'll take Ekitike. We'll take Ekitike. He's got the pace. He's got the agility. He can score goals. We'll take Ekitike. He's at a good age. He's only going to get better. He suits the Premier League, maybe. Suits the way the Premier League's going to be. We're in for him. Now, if he's like 80 to 100 million euros, would you get him, or would you just go and get Florian Wirtz for 130 million and just play him as the false 9? So there's, again, this is why Nkunku's come up, because Nkunku ain't going to cost you that. I bet Liverpool can get Nkunku for about 30 million quid. I'm telling you. I bet you any money Liverpool could go and get Nkunku for 30 million quid. And if Nkunku's 30 million quid and they're looking at other players, you know what I'm saying? So I reckon that's why that's come up today, that news, because the striker market is not the greatest, is it? I mean, let's be fair here. It's not the greatest market at the moment. I personally wouldn't touch Nkunku. I would have got him before he went to Chelsea, but since he's been at Chelsea, he's completely dead. He's injury prone. By the way, I'm not saying we should buy him, everyone in the chat. I'm just saying, like, I can see why Nkunku's been linked. You know what I mean? Cunha, like the Cunha stuff to Arsenal and all that, and Man United has really died down, ain't it? I've not heard anything. again, around that £60 million mark. Around that £60 million mark, if we go and get someone like Gunya. He's a dickhead, though. Sleepy Forest said. I'm trying to think. It's a difficult one. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure who we're going to look for, guys. At all. Not sure. Not sure. Just go and get Isaac. Isaac's the one, ain't it? Isaac or Julian Alvarez. They're the two which strikers we should be looking at. They're the two we should be going and getting. They should be the two we're going to get. Guys, let me tell you something. Let me do a bit of promotional work here. Let me just do some promotional work here. So tonight at 10:30 p.m., Vibes with Coppish is on Big Up at 10:30 p.m. tonight, guys. So make sure you're going over to my Big Up channel. If you've not been over there before, I will put the link in the chat for you guys to make sure you go over and see me over there at 10:30. A bit of promotional work here. I have to sell myself. You know what it's like. I'll pin the link at the top of the chat. So it's pinned at the top of the chat, guys. So make sure you hit that. So the reason it's not on YouTube, guys, is because we can show video clips on Big Up. So everyone who joined me here on Tuesday, big up to everyone who joined me on Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday? I can't remember now. When we went over to Big Up, yeah, it was on Tuesday, wasn't it? When we went over to Big Up and we watched like 20 or 30 minutes of highlights of Frimpong. If you've never been over on Big Up, we don't get copyrighted for showing video footage. We can show goals, we can show game highlights and everything like that, and we do not get copyrighted or blocked. It is allowed on Big Up. So we'll be on Big Up. It's the reason we're over on Big Up tonight. There will be no, you don't get demonetized, you don't get this, you don't get cancelled, you don't get blocked, you don't get copyrighted. So, yeah, make sure you join us over there. The link is pinned in the live chat. The link is pinned in the live chat for everyone to come over and watch tonight. That'll be at 10:30 tonight. So after this show, big up Con. After this show, I will be on a Sam show at 8 o'clock. And then after a Sam show, I will be on Big Up with the Coppish boys. There's no Matt tonight, but Cowan Drifter will be with me. So Cowan Drifter will be with me. Unfortunately, Matt can't make it tonight. And we're going to be talking about all the transfer rumours, and we'll be showing video highlights. I'm going to show Cal the video highlights of Frimpong because Cal's not quite sure yet. We're going to look at what Wirtz is best at. So we're going to find some video footage of Wirtz and show what he's best at as well. And, yeah. Yeah, at the moment, Big Up is only on your web page, on your web browser. But I will tell everyone right now, coming later this year, Big Up will be bringing out an app. Apps are just difficult to do, you know, and make and all that because they want it to look. And the app will be out sometime later this year. But, yeah, make sure you join me over there at 10:30, guys. Make sure you go over there and hit my link. All you need to do to join is the same as YouTube. You need a Google account and a password. You know, over on Big Up, all you need to put, if you're brand new, all you need to put in is an email and a password, and then you're in. And then you're in. It's simple to do. And yeah, make sure you're joining us over there at 10:30 tonight, guys. And we'll go have some fun over there. Ready are. No. What? Hang on. Liverpool made contact over Christopher Nkunku. No. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Big old James, man. I'll see you over there, man. Some reports begin circulating in Germany that Bayern Munich no longer believe their favourites of Wirtz. Oh, Michael, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Oh. Oh, my word. Yeah, guys, so please come over to Big Up. It's Big Up it's bigup.com/Jamie Phillips Football Chats, or just press the link that's on top of the live chat right now, and we'll be live at 10:30 with the Coppish boys. Okay, guys? And we'll go have a blast. It's going to be a fun show. We have a laugh over there. And as I said, we can show video footage that we can't show on YouTube because we just get copyrighted banned and we lose all our living. You know, this is our livelihood. It's what people have got to remember. This is what we do for a living. And we can't afford to lose our livelihood. But over on Big Up, we can do it. And all good. All good. So, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to go. We're going in a minute. We're going to leave and we're going to go to a Sam, because Sam is going to be live in any second. Let me just thought something out here, guys. Yeah, we're on 345 members. So someone's just joined on Big Up. If we can get close to 400 members, that'd be fantastic. So if you've not joined Big Up yet, hit that link. Email and passwords all you need, and you're in, guys. And we'll have fun over there. We do a lot of stuff over there. It's a great time. The chat is very good as well. The chat's excellent over there because you can do GIFs in the chat. You can do threads in the chat as well and chat to people throughout the thing, and you don't lose your comments and all that. It is good over there, guys. So if you can do it, I'd appreciate it. I really would, because we want a good show over there today, guys. And yeah, I want you all there because it's going to be funny, man. It's going to be a blast. You know what it's like when we all get together. You know it's like when we all get together, guys. Right. I think we're done here. Right, guys. I've got to get ready to go into the Sam show now. I'll big up my man. Big up. Bomber, Shirky, Dean Jones. Is there a bomber? Ryan Shirky wants to join Liverpool this summer. The Frenchman is hoping to complete the summer move to Liverpool. Here we go. So, guys, more of that is going to be spoken about tonight on Big Up. Again, guys, make sure you get over on Big Up. Here's what I do for you. If you're all coming over to Big Up tonight at 10:30 p.m, guys, we will show all the best video footage of Ryan Shirky. We'll show all the best video footage of Ryan Shirky. We'll show all the best video footage of Wirtz, all the best video footage of Frimpong, and we'll have a blast and a laugh. The link to Big Up is pinned at the top of the live chat, guys. Go and smash that. And, yeah, and we'll be there, guys. So big up to everyone. I'm praying and hoping I'll see you all at 10:30 on Big Up. It's going to be a fantastic time. We'll have a laugh over there. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll hopefully see you at 10:30 tonight. This, guys, is going to send you over to a Sam show. This is going to redirect you to a Sam show. When you go to a Sam show, just put Jamie Phillips Football Raids in the live chat. We're about to go live in a minute. I'll see you over on the Sam show. This is going to redirect you. Jamie Phillips Raid. Let's go.